Okay, we're back again. And today we're going to be talking about a new product, or at least it's new to me, and it's from, I ordered it from Brownells, and I've got it on my website, dryfiregun.com. You can find it there in the accessories and section, but it's train safe. And it's made by Carlin, who's a firearms instructor, and he's the owner and inventor of this. It's a fantastic little product. It's very similar to the Blade Tech barrel, which I like. I really like this a lot. Before I got my SART dry fire pistol, which I love, but this is like $400, $440 for this thing. So a lot of you just won't buy that, even though it's absolutely worth it. Everybody should get one. But at any rate, the Blade Tech barrel is what I started with. Now, my only complaint with the Blade Tech barrel is I used it a lot. So as you can see, let's see if I can get this turned the right way. Here we go. One of them is broken. That's this one right here. This piece broke off. So this one's useless to me now, but I've got this one here. And I still recommend the Blade Tech barrel, but of course it's also, because of that, it's specific to a particular gun. Whereas this train safe deal, which works very similar to the Blade Tech barrel, see they both have that kind of funny shape to them, X shape in the end, but this just fits in the barrel where this replaces the barrel. I kind of like the one that fits in the barrel better, and here's why. These are 9mm, and I bought two of them in two different lengths, as you can see. The longer one I bought is 4 3/4 inch long, and the other one's 4 1/4 inch long. Now, I prefer mid-size Glocks, different calibers, but mid-size. This is a regular old Glock 19, and for this one, you can put in, and of course to put it in, you do your chamber check, like you always do. Make sure you're empty, no magazine, nothing in there. Physical and visual chamber check. Drop the hammer, point it in a safe direction, pull the trigger, take it apart, take out the barrel, and you don't actually have to take it all the way out with this, but you've got two different sizes, so if I put the really long one in here, which if you want to just buy one, you can buy the long one and it'll stick out a lot. Might be a little bit harder for you to holster, but it's no big deal if you get the long one. You can always cut that off, because that part of it's identical, only costs the same. But here's a shorter one, the one that's made for this size gun. Okay, and I'm going to put it in here. And the beauty of this is, because it just fits in the barrel like that, it's going to work in any 9mm of this barrel length. Whereas the, like I was saying with the Blade Tech, you have to have the specific one for the specific gun. So this is, I think, much better. Now, the one thing I do like about the Blade Tech is when it's in, of course, you see the yellow up here as well in the chamber area, which is nice. So it's more obvious to people in your household that you're not trying to take the furniture, but at least there's some indication there. That's pretty decent. And there's absolutely no way it's going to go off. There's no way you can chamber around, just like with the Blade Tech. It's in there. It's not going to come out. It can't come out unless you take the gun apart, so you don't have to worry about that. So for your dry firing, it's really just every bit as good as the Blade Tech. It's a little bit less expensive because these are only about $5. Okay, this is a 40 caliber Glock. It's a Glock 23 mid-size. But I've added a Lone Wolf 9mm barrel, and these Lone Wolf barrels are amazing. Never had a problem with any of them. They're fantastic right out of the box. You don't have to have them fitted or anything, just pop them in there. But anyway, this is a threaded barrel, so in order to take this one off, first we're going to do our chamber check. We rack the slide back, make sure we can see daylight through this thing, and I'm physically and visually checking. Drop the hammer, or drop the slide, and point it in a safe direction, pull the trigger, take it apart. Now to take this barrel off, of course it's got a thread protector, so I got to take that off, of course, first. And then I have to take out my spring. And now with this one, I'm going to have to use that longer longer one because this barrel's a little bit longer. So if you are going to get one of these modified barrels and you're going to use this training device, you definitely need to get the longer one with it. So here we go. I got mine a little stuck there. There we go. Then go ahead and put it back together again. Thread protector on. And rack the slide. And again, you know, chamber check, but now you've got something in the chamber, and that's your yellow thing, which if you slide it, you can see it moves around on you. Slide it that way, it moves that way. But you can tell that there's no way anything's going to go off in this gun right now. So, safe direction, and now you can dry fire safely. Okay, wonderful. Now the other beauty of this one is, okay, now here's a loaded firearm. We're going to take out the magazine. That actually has real bullets in it. Okay, so now I'm going to rack the slide and let that one, the chambered round, fall on the floor. Okay, it fell on the floor. No magazine. Physical and visual chamber check. Okay, now this one I'm going to take and aim in a safe direction. Take it apart. Now what I wanted to show you about this one, again, when I showed you before the Blade Tech barrel, for some reason, the way the laser that I have in this laser guide rod works, the laser guide rod won't work, the laser won't work with the Blade Tech barrel. But with this type of barrel, of course, it's going to work just fine. So I'm putting this in here, putting my guide rod laser back in. And racking, lock it back, chamber check, and I can see I've got my, and you might think, hey, I just put that in there, what do I do a chamber check? You should always do it, period. If you're going to pull that trigger, you do a chamber check. Whether you're chamber checking to make sure your gun's ready to go or ready not to go, you got to know the condition of your gun before you pull the trigger every single time. So, there we go, ready to go, safe direction. Okay, now I can use my guide rod laser, and I can use it in the house. Now, of course, you still don't aim it in anybody's eyes. Lasers are not good for people's eyes. But at least it's safe as far as the gun's not going to go off. You know, my dry firing, I can turn on my laser, dry fire with the laser on. There we go. Laser on, dry fire, laser on, dry fire, laser on. Can't do that with a Blade Tech barrel, and this is less expensive and more versatile. And like I said before, still love this one. But a lot of you won't buy that because it's out of your price range. Thank you very much. God bless.